On behalf of LUAS Administration, Director HRM, I welcome Deputy Commissioner Star Dr. Priyanka Soni. Before we start this second orientation valedictory function, I request Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Priyanka Soni, IAS, for lighting of lamp and Saraswati Vandana. I also request Director HRM, Dr. Nirmal Sangwan to escort.
Lots of side. नीचे
Thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you, Director HRM. Thank you. We also request that you must transplant here to your residence, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now we request Coordinator Dr. Vikas Nehra to offer floral sapling to our Director, Human Resource Management, Director of this course. Good afternoon, everyone. Chief guest of today's valedictory function, Honorable Deputy Commissioner of ISAC, Dr. Priyanka Soni ji, IAS, is with us, along with Director, Human Resource Management, Dr. Nirmal Sangwan, HODs, Deans, Directors, media person, ladies, gentlemen, and participants. We are honored to have a galaxy of dignitaries among us. There are proud moment for LUAS that today chief guest is Dr. Priyanka Soni, IAS, is with us. She scored first position in Rajasthan CMT 2005, and she was not only General Secretary of SMS Medical College Student Union, but also a black belt taekwondo player. Dr. Priyanka Soni again attracted limelight when she cracked UPSC examination and secured 52 rank. Beside DC SAR, she has also decorated the position of DC Kathar, ADC Rewari, and ADC Karnal. LUAS places on record its gratitude to your good self for sparing your valuable time to be amongst us. A very warm welcome, ma'am. Of course, our worthy Vice Chancellor is not with this function because he has to go to for COVID vaccine. We also place on record her administrative support throughout this orientation program. A warm welcome is extended to all officers of the university, other faculty members, HODs, media person, and all other resource person who have contributed significantly have come to join this program. Warm welcome for all the trainees who underwent this 21 days of training program. So now coming to the real agenda of this function and moving ahead, I hereby invite course director of this orientation course, Dr. Nirmal Sangwan, for overview of this training course. Over to Dr. Nirmal Sangwan.
Honorable Deputy Commissioner of Hisar, Dr. Priyanka Soni, our very sincere and energetic force coordinators, Dr. S.S. Dhaka and Dr. Vikas Nehra, head of departments, faculty members, dear participants, public relation officer, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. As we know that the orientation course is generally designed to provide a new employee with the information he or she needs to function comfortably and effectively in an organization. Therefore, this 21 days orientation course has been planned by the university for the benefit of young faculty members to orient them with the general requirements of a teacher, researcher, extension worker, and manager, and also to bring these newly appointed employees up to speed on university policies, job roles, responsibilities, and other organizational attributes and concepts which will help them in efficient transition into their new roles. This course was full-time 3 weeks intensive and inclusive course and was divided into 2 sections, general part and specialization part. General part emphasized on research data management, project formulations, licensing with funding agencies, national and national and international statutory bodies, holding seminars, conferences, etc. Issues related to e-governance, e-extension, e-learning, e-library, management skills, communication skills, micro-teaching techniques, recent global trends and developments in science, issues related to IPR environment, social and legal aspects of gender sensitization, social responsibilities of SBU for marginalized communities, research ethics and plagiarism, social development, stress management, conflict management, etc. The specialization part included 4 subgroups: clinical, paraclinical, production, and basic subjects for imparting specialized technical skills. Besides the classroom lectures and practicals, the course also consisted of educational and informative visits to institutions like Equine Breeding Stud, Hisar, Central Sheep Breeding Farm, Hisar, and Maharaja Agathyan Medical College, Aloha, for getting the participants exposed to various activities being carried out there. During this course, the participants got a golden opportunity to interact with a number of eminent speakers and experts in their fields. I hope this course has definitely helped these newly recruits to develop skills in organizational behavior for high motivation, teamwork, and conflict resolution. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nirmal Sangwan, Director of Human Resource Management. Now I am inviting one of the participants who have attended this training course for 21 days. I request Dr. Hindu for presenting reflections of all the training.
All esteemed dignitaries, officer of university, AE director, head of department, senior faculty members, and fellow participants. A very good afternoon to all of you. It's my profound privilege to present the reflections of the second orientation training program organized for 21 days from 11th February to 4th March 2021. The orientation course formally began with the inaugural function on 11th February 2021 under the guidance of our worthy Vice Chancellor Dr. Gurdial Singh, Director Human Resource Management Dr. Nirmal Sangwan, Coordinators of Training Dr. S.S. Dhaka and Dr. Vikas Nehra. As we all know, any pious occasion starts with the worship of Goddess Saraswati to seek blessing from the divine Goddess of knowledge and wisdom. So training started with lighting of lamp with Saraswati Vandana in front of Ma Sharda. Dr. Samar Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, CCS HAU Hisar, was the chief guest of the inaugural function. Dr. Samar Singh applauded the contribution of veterinary university in society directly by benefiting the farmers and indirectly by doubling their income. After that, Dr. Gurdial Singh, Honorable VC Luas, conveyed the message that young scientists will improve their skills and will give scientific contributions to the society for upliftment of farmers. The session began with vibrant lecture by Dr. Nirmal Sangwan, Director Human Resource Management, depicted about the overview of the course. She told that the primary objective of the training is to update knowledge, enhance professional skill, to get introduced to our parent organization and develop our skills, attitude and competencies. There were 30 participants in the training program from different departments of university. The training program was an amalgamation of excellent lectures by renowned experts and joyful visits to esteemed institutes. The training was very well organized and the distinguished speakers from diverse fields delivered their lecture, shared their personal and professional experiences. Some of the lectures were really very informative and interesting, like liaising with funding agencies for research projects by Dr. Praveen Goel, Director Research, role of meditation in social and psychological perspective by Dr. Devinder Pal Singh, CCS HAU, overthinking, anxiety and stress management by Dr. Asha Rani Kapoor, global trends and development in veterinary and animal sciences by Dr. Gaya Prasad, ex-Vice Chancellor, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel University of Agriculture, Meerut, techniques in project formulation, its presentation and submission by Dr. Naresh Jindal, guidelines for holding conferences, seminar, workshop by Dr. Nirmal Sangwan, Director Human Resource Management, conflicts management by Dr. R.S. Dalal, ex-registrar CCS HAU Hisar. With sincere and untiring efforts of our training coordinators, we could acquaint ourselves with the knowledge of our university, its departments, their functioning, achievement and their contribution to society and nation. This training gave us an opportunity to interact with various notable and iconic personalities like Lieutenant General D.P. Watts, PVSM, VSM, SM, former Chairman of Haryana Public Service Commission and presently Member of Parliament, Rajya Sabha. Being Army veteran and served at various cabinet posts, he shared his numerous enriching personal experiences. He concluded his lecture with the renowned quote, "Extremes are wrong, the truth lies somewhere in between." Now come to the most interesting part of our training, which was enjoyed by all the participants, that was the visits. Equine breeding stud, Hisar, Central Sheep Breeding Farm, Hisar, Maharaja Agarsen Medical College, and among these, one of the best visit was the Kajra and Agroha Dham. The tea breaks, birthday and anniversary celebrations, group photograph in between lectures would be remembered by all the participants and will be cherished throughout our life. Social media group played a key role in dissemination of information and sharing pictures amongst participants and coordinators. The coordinators of our training were open to suggestion and even criticism at the times and made each and every effort to leave no stone unturned to keep the participants motivated. Our orientation training program has definitely inculcated positive qualities among 30 of us. These 21 days showed us the path to follow in our careers ahead, to work together for betterment of LUAS and bring its laureates. Last but not least, the untiring efforts of Director HRM, Dr. Nirmal Sanwar, and coordinators of training, Dr. S.S. Thaka and Dr. Vikas Nehra, made the orientation training program a learning, enjoyable and memorable experience for all of us. Now, I would like to conclude with one quote. Tell me and I forgot. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. So, कहने का मतलब यही है कि whenever we get the opportunity, we should involve the training so that we can learn more and more. So, on the behalf of participants, I would like to thank once again to the madam and the coordinators for organizing this wonderful training for all of us. Also, thanks to everyone present here. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Indu, for your reflections on the part of the participants. Now I request Director HRM and Chief Guest of today's function for release of CD of Compendium. I request Dr. Vikas Nehra to assist me. Thank you, Honorable Chief Guest, for release of CD. Now, again, I request Director HRM to escort DCM for final distribution of certificates to the participants. I will name one by one all the participants. I request Dr. Vikas Nehra to assist them. Dr. Pankaj, Dr. Sumit Mahajan, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Dr. Gaurav Charaya, Dr. Sonu, Dr. Snehil Gupta, Dr. Sandeep, Dr. Anika Malik, Dr. Jay Bhagwan, Dr. Sandeep Kodalia, Dr. Indu. Big round of clapping for these participants, please. Clapping के लिए. Dr. Tejinder Pal Singh, Dr. Sandeep Dohan, Dr. Preeti, Dr. Archana, Dr. Yogendra Yadav, Dr. Yogesh Bangar, Dr. Yashwant Singh, Dr. Deven Arora, Dr. Pallavi, Dr. Aman, Dr. Narinder Kumar, Dr. Shalini, Dr. Monica, Dr. Vandana, Dr. Anita, Dr. Sanjeevna, Dr. Swati, Dr. Sarita, Dr. Kamaldeep, So there are 3 more prizes, ma'am. We have conducted a written examination on the basis of this orientation course, compendium and all the lectures delivered by different resource person. Any guesses for the 3rd position? Any guesses? Dr. Sarita. Any guesses for the 2nd position? Dr. Deven Arora. Any guesses for the 1st position? The person who has asked maximum number of questions? Dr. Rajesh. So all congratulations to the participants. Thank you, Dr. Priyanka Soni ma'am, Dr. Nirmal Sangwan ma'am. So now I request Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Priyanka Soni IAS, for formal address of the audience and the participants of today's function. Dr. Priyanka.
Good afternoon to everyone. Dr. Nirmal Sangwan Madam, Director HRM, Ms. Dr. S.S. Dhaka and Dr. Vikas Nehra, Course Coordinator, all the HODs present in this room, faculty members, course participants, media persons. It is my proud and privilege to be invited here today to give a lecture to the participants who have successfully completed this course. First of all, I would congratulate all the course participants for successfully completing their orientation. As I got to know from the previous speakers that it has been a 3-week long, very immersive and quite enjoyable too course, and you all would have enjoyed it. Now that you have got a training and you will be working with this prestigious
Veterinary and Animal Sciences University. I hope to see some good things coming up which would help government servants, legislature, executive in further policy formulation and policy making. Haryana, being such a small state constituting only 1.3% of the total geographical area of India, still it has such a big name when we talk about livestock management. Despite having such a low number of livestock, Haryana has been pioneer in milk production. As far as I have got to know, Haryana ranks second in per capita milk production, second only to Punjab, ranking at around 800 per day per capita milk production. And when I talk of Hisar, it is even more prominent than Haryana when we talk about whole of Haryana. Hisar having place, I would say birthplace of lot of animal husbandry institutes. First of all, government livestock farm, which is one of the oldest and was established long before with foreign cooperation. Then a lot of central institutes have also come up here, like many of you have already visited equine breeding farm, central sheep breeding farm, and not only just limiting ourselves to animal husbandry, even central government has established its regional fodder station in Hisar. That way, I see a synchronization between establishment of a veterinary animal science university in Hisar, which is already a hub of animal husbandry. Not only just institutes, when we talk about the lifestyle of local people, you will find not in any other district of Haryana that so much so people are involved in animal husbandry. Because when you go towards north part of Haryana, you will find that land is so good that people are satisfied and they are able to make good money out of simple plain agriculture. But people of this area, few parts are not that good in agriculture, so people are going for animal husbandry. They will either rear cow or buffaloes and make their earning. So that way animal sciences becomes very important, and it already constitutes around 5.4% of total GDP of Haryana. More so when we talk of Hisar. In such a circumstances, livestock management attains a major role in doubling farmer income, which is already our government's prerogative. It is our Honorable Prime Minister's vision to double farmers' income. And when we talk of rural area women, the very basic thing, the easiest thing by which they can earn, they can become an entrepreneur is through livestock management or animal husbandry. That's a very basic thing which we can teach to any rural woman, and we will be able to do women empowerment in rural area. When we talk of BPL families, for them also, by keeping animals like goat, rabbit, or even poultry, they could earn significant amount of money which will supplement their main income from agriculture. So few days back I was in sheep breeding farm, so they told me that poultry and goat keeping is like an ATM for a poor person. They can just sell it off. Even if some guest is visiting their home and they need immediate money, they can encash that goat or hen immediately. So in these ways, animal husbandry is very important for our economy from the point of view of income generation. Simultaneously, when we see it from the point of view of nutritional requirement of our people, then also it attains a very important role. Haryana being already told to be the state of Doodh Dahi Ka Khana, at this juncture, we need to improve our dairy products. First of all, we need to improve our production of milk, and then further how we can bring up such products which have longer shelf life and which can be easily taken up by the farmers. So few projects which I've got to know from NDRI, they have been already working on it, and I wish and I hope to see such activities, research work going over here also. And simultaneously that research work should also get percolated down to the common man, to the farmer who is the actual doer of all these things. When we talk on the government front, what government has been doing already, so government has started giving loans and interest subvention schemes for poor people, farmers or BPL families who want to buy either cows, buffaloes for piggery and all such kind of things. Besides this, we are already running a campaign and vaccination drive for foot and mouth disease and brucellosis and other such kind of common diseases. Simultaneously, our government department, especially the animal husbandry department, has been working on treating infertility. They have been organizing a lot of camps in villages on regular basis to treat infertility amongst animals. Besides this, there has been a Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay insurance scheme for livestock, which is running very smoothly in our state, and by which such small farmers, they can get their livestock insured at petty amount of 100 or 20 for 1 year, and then they can get reimbursement from government if there is some mishappening. Artificial insemination has also grown by leaps and bounds in our state, especially with the selected sex semen. And fortunately, that semen bank is located in Hisar itself. So farmers are getting a lot of benefit from it. One part is benefit from female cows. Second part is freeing our cities from stray cattle issues. So this was, I would say, a very landmark discovery in veterinary sciences, which will go a long way in solving our problem of stray cattle, as you all would have faced it in one way or other way in your life, in your society, problem and menace caused by stray cattle. Today, in fact, I was reading Times of India, and there was a news that muzzle prints have come up and which are going to change the way how livestock insurance business was going early. It is going to definitely benefit our insurance schemes. So I wish to see such kind of innovations, research coming out from all of you people who are so full of energy and so enthusiastic. And this university, I think, is such a good incubation center for all of you, and having a synchronization with agriculture side, since it is located in the, I would say, roots in the beds of Haryana Agricultural University. I hope to see you all people working for vision and mission of improving the nutritional supplement to our countrymen and improving the genetic composition, genetic breeds of our indigenous livestock, and bring up with such technology, such products which can further go in a long way in increasing the income of poor citizen, as our Honorable Prime Minister has told and given a name of Antodaya, so that the last man on this earth can get progress, can get benefit from such schemes. So you all people are placed in such a location where you can churn out something good which can be very helpful for us as a citizen, for our people as farmers, animal rearers. With this, I would like to once again congratulate you all people and wish you best of luck for your future endeavors. And again, a lot of thanks to the administration of LUAS for inviting me here today to interact with all the participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inside view of animal husbandry activities in Hisar and in Haryana particular. And we left no stone unturned to come up to your expectation. Now I request my fellow course coordinator, Dr. Vikas Nehra, for formal vote of thanks to the chief guest of today's function and the dignitaries who have come here, Dr. Vikas Nehra.
Thank you, sir. A very good afternoon to all of you. I have seen an end of all the perfections. So is with the second orientation course. It's been a matter of immense pleasure and privilege for me to propose a formal vote of thanks to the dignitaries and invitees of the valedictory function of this second orientation course. First of all, on my own behalf and on behalf of my fellow course coordinator, Dr. Surendra Singh Dhaka, as well as the Directorate of HRM, LUAS, sincerely thank Chief Guest of today's function, Honorable Deputy Commissioner Hisar, Dr. Priyanka Soni IAS, for accepting proposal to be the Chief Guest of today's valedictory function, despite of her very busy schedule. Madam, we are overwhelmed with your benign presence and heartily thankful to you for showering your blessings on us and on young faculty members. The HRM places on record its gratitude to your good self for sparing your valuable time to be amongst us. Thank you very much, ma'am. From core of my heart, I would like to thank our worthy Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gurdial Singh, for providing all the administrative and other assistances to organize this second orientation course for 30 newly recruited assistant professors and scientists. My sincere thanks are due to our dynamic director, HRM ma'am, Dr. Ms. Nirmal Sangwan, for her resourcefulness, lofty inspirations, and able guidance extended throughout the course. Indeed, it gives me a great pleasure to thank all the officials of the university and HODs and fellow faculty members who have contributed significantly in making this training memorable. The HRM is also very thankful to all resource persons who have spared their valuable time and shared their views with participants after traveling miles in this COVID pandemic time. In the end, we thank all media persons, ministerial staff of the LUAS, and especially DHRM Brigade for making this valedictory function of second orientation course a great success. Finally, for participants, as my fellow course coordinator, Dr. S.S. Dhaka sir says, attention please. We can be thankful for each other for the relationship that we have made here with will last forever. I wish that your dreams stay big and worries very small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. I hope we will continue to provide support and encouragement for each other. In the end, I thank one and all, and the organizers invite everyone to have a cup of tea with the chief guest, please, but after national anthem. Jai Hind.
शुभ नामे जागे
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.